Hello, we're back with the Ask Mike show, and this is all about belief. This one, how do I believe in myself more? Someone came on to me on social media wanting to know how to believe in yourself more. And this is going to be a reasonably short episode because you can come at belief from a lot of different angles, a lot of different ways that you can do it. All right. So way number one is you've got to change the story of how you see yourself inside your own head. You know, are you good at something? Are you bad at something? Are you not good enough? Are you amazing? Are you talented? Are you learning? Are you growing? Or are you not? So you've got to look at what you tell yourself. That's the main thing. Now, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that's enough. Sometimes just changing the story is enough for you to be able to start the process of changing how you act and changing how you do things. But very often it is a way where it doesn't actually work. It doesn't actually change anything externally because you've been told that changing the internal story, changing the voice, changing how you see things, changing how you describe things is enough to change everything. And it used to be whereby, oh, it could change your whole life if you do this. And the truth is that's not always the case. And it's probably easier to turn around and say, okay, how can I act my way into a new way of thinking? What do I need to do in order to change how I think? Is it an experience that might just press your button in the right way to allow you to start to do the things you wouldn't normally do? What can you do to change how you think? Not just how can I change how I think to change what I do. You can come at it from both angles. Come at it from both angles is the best way of doing it. If you're struggling with something, you want to throw everything at it and get rid of things to see if it'll change the outcome. Like if you want to change your actions, you could just change the story or you can just change what you do. If you change both, you will get results quicker. If you change both, you'll get to a point whereby you start to change and start to actually do things differently because you're coming at it from both angles. Thinking and doing, it's a two-way street. To change both, you can change both. And when you do, you're more likely to actually change and start getting the ball rolling on how you improve whatever it is that you want to improve. It can be health, it can be business, it can be your mindset, all those things. But coming at it from those two angles will help you believe in yourself more, because there's nothing that says growth like making progress. Nothing says happiness like making progress. Nothing says happiness, fulfillment, joy, all those things by doing something that you enjoy and changing your story around the thing that you're doing. So you want to do both. So how do you believe in yourself more? Well, you do things that are difficult, because every time that you overcome something that's difficult, you build yourself up. Every time you overcome something that is difficult, you build yourself up more. And when you do that, you'll take on bigger and more difficult things because you have that internal belief that you're more likely to do it or figure it out. You'll find a way because you're used to finding a way. I hope that makes sense. And changing the story is simply repeating certain phrases over and over again, often enough so that you believe them. And when you start to do that, then things do genuinely start to improve. But it's not always about that. Come at it from both ways, come at it from both directions, and you will change everything. I hope that helps. Feel free to leave a review, share it with your friends, spread the word of not just changing the story, not just changing your actions, but doing both. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Have an amazing day. Feel free to share it with your friends and message me if you have any other questions that you want me to cover on the show. And I look forward to chatting to you all again very soon.